Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 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 1, 2, guys, 3. The likes. We are live. Testing. Testing. All right. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, guys, 3. The likes. We are live. Testing. Testing. All right. All right. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, guys, 3. The likes. We are live. All right. 6 more testing. All right. All right. Testing. 1, 2, guys, 3. The likes. We are live. All right. 6 more testing. All right. All right. Testing. 1, 2, guys, 3. The likes. We are live. All right. 6 more testing. Whew. All right, team. Listen, altcoin daily community. Just me today, your boy Austin. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now it's just me. We're gonna have a hangout. I have a little confession to make. It's nothing big. It's just that on this channel, you subscribe for the daily news, keeping you informed on the crypto space. And also, as we cultivate this community and as we go into this next decade, I mean, guys, we're in this next decade. Let's keep everything as transparent as possible. Without further ado, my first confession to you, coming to the point. Leon, good to see you, man. Coming to the point. Guys, I'm not coming out of the closet. This one's small, so if you do not like this one, I think you're gonna like the next one. But all this bullish sentiment that I've talked about this channel, I'll say it right now. First confession, I do not run a full Bitcoin node. If that's lame to you, I'll tell you it's not lame. The amount of nodes that is running globally right now, over 2,000 in the United States, over almost 2,000 in Germany, 1,700, unknown, France, Netherlands. I have two confessions. This one's the smaller one, but I just want to make it very clear on this live stream, cheers to you, that in the next 6 months, now honestly, I could say in the next 1 month, but I'm just going to give myself plenty of time. My goal is to run a full Bitcoin node. Now, whether I do that, I mean, I don't have an HTC phone, which does do that. I could do it on a Casa, which I hear is good. I mean, this, you can just run it with a little piece of hardware, Raspberry Pi, whatever it is. My pledge to you is in the next 6 months, I'm going to run a full one and I'm going to share that with you. And I want to be part of the solution. I want to be part of the solution. What do you think? Now, before I get to my second, maybe some would consider more major confession, let's go over exactly what is the point of running a full Bitcoin node. Before I do that, just me today, so let me check the chat. All right, Andy, that was the first confession. Second one's coming. It's not a bad thing, Trigger Mac. And some people, Gloomtastic, you don't care, buddy? Well, maybe you'll care about the second confession. And guys, this is more just a hangout. I do have news to cover. We're gonna be covering news. So get ready for that. But Subaru, it is all good. Let's get into it. The point of running a full Bitcoin node is, well, first off, the minimum requirements. Bitcoin Core full nodes have certain requirements. Zoom in. If you try running a node on weak hardware, it may work, but you'll likely spend more time dealing with issues. If you can meet the following requirements, you'll have an easy to use node. Now it's pretty simple. Yes, you can get the HTC phone. Yes, a Casa node I hear. You just need 2 gigs of memory, some basic desktop or a laptop hardware running. And the big thing is 6 hours a day, your full node can be left running. You can do other things with your computer while running a full node, but you need it on running this at least 6 hours a day. Is that something you could commit to? I am committing to it right now. Now, buildle, you'll need some hardware. This guy did it on a Raspberry Pi. He just got an HDMI cable, the hardware, keyboard and mouse, monitor. I mean, honestly, the thing, it's so easy to do. If you choose to, if you want to be part of the journey, be part of the solution. Choose what operating system you want to run, and that's pretty much it. And when I make this video, I am not only going to just run the kind of set. I mean, I'm sure it'll come set for me, but a lot of people run a node and they don't really know what check marks are set. I'm going to explain it all to you. Whoa, feels good getting that off my chest. If you thought that was lame, I got one more for you, but let's check the chat. Guys, by the way, smash the likes. It's what is it? It's a Sunday. Cool being with you guys on a Sunday. All right. What is a node? A node basically keeps the network decentralized. Nodes validate blocks. They validate transactions. So the more nodes you have, the more decentralized your cryptocurrency is. Hey, Pratish. Pratish says, hurry up. And usually on this channel, we do concise videos. Today's a hangout, my man. So I'm talking to you first. Irish has 0.25 Bitcoin now. I like that. Glenn says Antminer S9 is the only way to go. If you want to mine, yes. I'm talking about verify. He's gone maximalist. Yeet. Hey, buddy. Hey, J Par. That could be the second confession. Hey, Michael says, appreciate you, Jack. Michael, the audio seems to be working for other people, so I check again. All right. Michael, I think you're the only one, my man. Edward Hunt. Good to see you, buddy. Edward's my guy. You're welcome. All right, let's get to it. Do I secretly hold XRP? Absolutely not. But if that changes, I'll let you know. My second, oh yeah, I was gonna go into Bitcoin nodes a little more. Look how these Bitcoin nodes have grown over the past multiple years. Pretty interesting. But my second confession, which to me is bigger and may mean nothing to you, it means a little bit more to me, is that HK, I will get to your chat in a second, I appreciate you, is that, and I'm just speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for my brother Aaron, we both post videos on this channel, is right now, I consider myself a Bitcoin monetary maximalist. Now, if you would ask me, Austin, you consider yourself a Bitcoin maximalist? I would say, no, I consider myself a Bitcoin monetary maximalist. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. And first of all, Bitcoin maximalism does not mean you say no other coin is going to make it ever. It means based on the fundamentals, I believe more people will end up choosing BTC. Let me explain to you what I mean and then explain to you monetary maximalist versus technology maximalist. Yes, Max X, my name is Altcoin Daily, and this channel has always been about our journey, and I'll always be transparent with you. Bitcoin maximalism is the idea that free market competition will result in BTC emerging as the most liquid asset, dominating the market for monies due to the soundness, legitimacy, and credibility of BTC's monetary policy. The credibility comes from BTC's P2P, peer-to-peer network governance. So this is maximalism. Again, this does not mean that no other coin will make it. It means based on the facts, based on the fundamentals that we have right now, I believe the free market will choose BTC. That's me. Now, Fiano, J Par, Edward Reynolds, what do I mean when I say monetary maximalist? That means, let me click. That means for me, Bitcoin as the use case of money, I believe has the best fundamentals. You know this. Because with any blockchain, you got to choose between, do you want it more decentralized, or do you pay no attention to the inside things? I don't know what this means, but do you want it more decentralized? Do you want it more scalable? Do you want it more secure? Now, if you make something more scalable, easier to be used by the masses, it's going to be forced to be more centralized. And that's a fact. Now, for the use case of money, for me personally, I truly believe, just like in the American Revolution, you know, it was very clear by the American Revolution that we had we needed a separation of church and state. It did not work when the government forced you to adopt their religion. By the time we had the American Revolution, we saw this. I truly believe in the future there will be a separation of government and money based on this. Now, I'm a Bitcoin monetary maximalist for now. My mind is always open to changing, because for the use case of money specifically, decentralization is the most important. Now, that's not to say from a technology standpoint, from smart contracts, from dApp platforms, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on right now, things that in the next 10 years could be something. But for example, gaming platforms, I don't believe that, you know, my gaming platform for me doesn't need to be as decentralized as my money. Money should be the most decentralized thing. What do you think? Go into the chat. My name is Austin, crypto miner. Let me go to that super chat I had before. Super Google Lee. Man, I appreciate you donating 38 HKs. You're the man, man. How do I cash out safely if BTC does noon? Maybe you mean does moon. I heard banks here in Hong Kong close accounts which have large sums of money coming in from crypto sites. I'm in America, so I'm just speculating what's happening in Hong Kong. Believe me, we're all paying attention here in America. But how do I cash out safely? That's a good question. Man, I'm not in Hong Kong, so I really can't help you. I know here in America, you can cash out, no KYC. If you keep your cash outs, I think it's under 2 BTC. You don't have to provide your passport or anything for like Coinbase, for example, but they keep the cash outs minimum. If you want to cash out a lot, then you're going to have to KYC. If anybody's in Hong Kong in the chat, let me know. Crypto miner, I love you. Peter Rowland says offshore account. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. KQD says, I plan on converting to gold. Hey, if you like Bitcoin, then there's a great chance you like gold, and vice versa. That's a good question for box mining. Yeah, he's in the East. He would know. Check in the chat, team. Aaron's got a hot date tonight. I'll hold it down. I'll chill with you. Silver over $18 again. Cool. I would much rather buy gold than silver. But that's me. And I would much rather buy Bitcoin over gold, because I'll take the risk for that upside potential. Hyperbomb says stable coins. That is absolutely true. But you might need to KYC with that. Anyway, guys, smash the likes. I do have a few pieces of news that I want to share with you. Okay? I'll be checking the chat, sharing you some news. How many likes are we up to? We have 400 people watching. My app says 20 likes, but let me refresh. 103 likes. Guys, when this hits 150 likes, we are sharing the next piece of news. 150 likes. $140, $140, $150. Guys, let's do it. Have you heard about this? Do you know this? Davos 2020, the 5 stories that matter for crypto. So I don't know if you know, the last week, the world had the World Economic Forum in Davos. Huge things from a news perspective, especially a tech perspective, were covered. Let me clue you in. At the World Economic Forum in the Swiss town of Davos, global elites meet once a year to work on how to manage the world's affairs. This year's edition of the WEF, World Economic Forum, taking place over the past week, saw a smattering of blockchain conferences and panels, such as Crypto Mountain. Did you attend? Drawing in the power hungry, and the power mad who attended the main show. So let's sum it up. What do you need to know? This one was pretty big. I found this interesting. A framework for central bank digital currencies was created. And what I mean by that was the World Economic Forum, which is huge, released a toolkit for central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. In other words, state-rolled cryptos. So their version of Bitcoin, the state's trying to make, well, here's what they're making it for. Whether you are running a rich or poor country, large or small country, whether you want to dish out to regular consumers like you, like me, or reserve for bank-to-bank cross-border payments. So for peer-to-peer transactions or for cross-border payments, the World Economic Forum just released a toolkit for central banks to create CBDCs. This is news you never would have heard, I don't know, even 2 years ago. It's outrageous. The CBDC Policymaker Toolkit was created with consultation from over a dozen central banks, as well as a host of financial institutions, academics, and other international organizations. The Bank of Thailand and the Central Bank of Bahrain are both using the toolkit right now. What do you think about this? Gloomtastic says, how cute, different color highlights. I don't know if that's sarcasm, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Gotta keep you guys engaged. Anti-communist says, as soon as I hear the term central bank, I get nauseated. And I know a lot of us got into Bitcoin to have our money independent of governments, what I was just talking about, but this is part of it. This is par for the course. This was inevitable, and they can try all they want. But in terms of a coin for the people, Bitcoin's network effect continues to grow. Oh my God, Frank Inglis says $8,650 BTC again. Whoa, guys, let's get into this. Let's BTC at 8,600. The big winner today, Bitcoin Cash. Now, Bitcoin Cash was an interesting experiment. We all saw how easy it was for the Bitmain and Roger Ver elites to institute a mining tax on Bitcoin Cash. If they can do that, and this is a great example, Bitcoin Cash is going for more scalability and decentralization. And again, there's compromises for all this, but with my money, with my goddamn money, I want that freer from government control. That's me. John, good to see you, man. Greetings from Malibu, boys. Appreciate you, John. Greetings from West Hollywood. Beautiful day out here. It's cloudy in West Hollywood, but I like that. Reminds me of Ohio. Bitcoin Cash, anyway, pumping hard. And, you know, good for them. It's an interesting experiment for sure. And other than that, I guess Litecoin and Dash pumping hard. Let's check the chat. CME gap, 1 million token. I guess that was around 7,000 maybe, the CME gap. I don't believe in that. Obviously, we have filled that in the past. But CME gap, yeah, we might fill it. I don't believe in it. And I'll say it to your face, okay? We're not gonna base this channel off hype unless it involves big picture BTC. But let's keep going. Next piece of news. Let's see. As I'm checking the chat. Super Google Lee says, do you think BTC will go down when stock bubble bursts? Or against, or no correlation? That's a great question. So before we get to this piece of news, they found me. I believe, let's zoom in on this. I believe that when the stock market bursts, you'd be a fool to think that Bitcoin would go up immediately. And in fact, if you want to find what Andreas Antonopoulos thinks about this, then you know what you're going to do. You're going to go into this video right here. Altcoin investors, be careful. Andreas talks about what will happen with altcoins, what will happen with Bitcoin. I pulled you the best clips. But in general, people are going to be looking to, I mean, let's remember during the housing crisis, even gold dropped considerably, but it was one of the first to skyrocket back up to new all-time highs. Long answer short, I think Bitcoin will drop drastically. Everybody will say it's dead. And then as smart money looks to put their fiat into some sort of fixed asymmetrical asset, I believe gold will rise. Precious metals, other precious metals may rise. I think gold will rise as well. I mean, I think Bitcoin will rise as well. But I'm a believer. We'll see. We will definitely see. But do not believe the FUD. It will definitely go down in the short term if the stocks burst. Hey, let's check the chat. ADA is the future. Time will tell. Let's see. Wuhan virus, coronavirus pumping BTC. Rest in peace for those people in the corona, affected by corona. Let's get to the next piece of news. Cashless businesses are now banned in New York City. And I know this is a global channel. I live in America, but New York is one of the strictest regulators in the United States. And this is a green flag. This is not what you'd expect. They're saying cashless businesses, if you do not accept cash, if you only go digital, we don't like that. We want you to accept cash, which is an interesting turn of events from what we've been seeing. Check this out. I want to read you 3 paragraphs. New York City's restaurants and other retail establishments will no longer be allowed to reject cash payments under legislation passed by the City Council on Thursday. So this just happened. Supporters of the bill, so the reason this bill got passed, say cashless businesses, meaning if you just use credit or debit, cashless businesses requiring credit cards and electronic payments like Apple Pay discriminate against poor people who may not have bank accounts or credit cards. If you believe in BTC, then this makes 100% of sense. This was the direct quote. The city of New York cannot allow the digital economy to leave behind 25% of New Yorkers who are chronically unbanked and underbanked, says Councilman Richie Torres. So New York, in this case, is being part of the solution. Now, this is a contrast from basically, I mean, Australia, you're not allowed to do cash under a certain amount. I mean, over a certain amount. I don't believe I believe that maybe these bigger countries like the United States may be last to go. New York is fighting back, but just a small green flag on our otherwise, maybe some would say gloomy day. You tell me. Take on faster than light says BTC maximalist. From a monetary perspective right now, I believe that the free market will choose Bitcoin. Now, my mind's always open, and from a technology perspective, I think we are seeing some interesting things. I do plan on learning more every day and trying to find the most interesting things. And when I do, I'll make a video. Let's see. Cashless is dangerous. They freeze your accounts. Exactly. And New York is saying, we're not about that as of now. Kobe's last tweet was, I'm putting all my money into BTC. I don't know about that, but Kobe Bryant and his daughter died today. That's a real bummer. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not really a big basketball guy, but I'm a big Cleveland guy. And when I moved out to LA, I'm a big Los Angeles guy. And I like basketball. And so meaning I'm a LeBron guy primarily, but Kobe is dead at 41. Sports world reacts to the death of basketball legend. Now, the reason you might care, and by the way, smash the likes for Kobe. I think that's what he would have wanted, but we don't know. Smash the likes, but you might care because he did speak at a Tron event. When my brother and I visited the Tron offices, Justin's son, he wasn't there, but we saw his office. He had a signed jersey or some sort of signed memorabilia. And Kobe, by all means, he never said he owned any cryptocurrency, but he was willing to accept fiat to speak at an event. And you know what? That's something. What do you think? Let's see. ETH up 13% today. Smiley face. J Park class act. He was a class act. It's a real bummer. It's a real bummer. Whoa, my God. Tron faster than light. BTC 8,700. I know I don't want to take away from Kobe's legacy, but is BTC? I'm refreshing, team. I'm still at 600. I would go to trading views, but that really eats up my battery, and I'm not near an outlet. Beverly Gress says she or he is leaving. Guys, I'm going to be on the chat for the live stream. Let's do this. Do not leave yet, guys. This is a hangout. Come with questions. If there's no good questions, then by all means, I will end the chat, but not before that. Let's give it 10 more. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Let's give it 10 more minutes, max. If we can come up with a good discussion, good chat in 10 minutes, then I'll let you go. Let's watch BTC pump live, says J Park. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to refresh about every minute, starting now. Hey, by the way, where are we listening from? I know John was listening from Malibu. Let's see. How can I create a coin for my racetrack in Canada? You can use, I know, Waves platform. Waves is an altcoin. You can create your own altcoin on Waves. I've never done it, so I cannot speak. So I can just speculate, but check out Waves. We actually did a review. If we did a sponsored review one time, Altcoin Daily Waves, you can YouTube it. Check it out. New Zealand, Norway, Data Durden. Greetings from LA, man. Crypto Collector, Pittsburgh, PA. I've been to Erie, PA. Nebraska, I like that. Canada, Denmark, Brisbane, Australia. They're going through a bit of a cash ban. Let's see. Guys, we have 500 people watching, 219 likes. I'm gonna do what my brother always does. I will not answer a single question until we get 250. We have 500 people watching. I think that's reasonable. I'd really appreciate it. 250 likes. Till then. $239. $252. Appreciate you. Let's go to the chat. And let's refresh the page. Where is BTC right now? Paul MC says Australia. Moonshine Fuel must have his likes. I don't know. Are we? Hey, this is what I'll do. If we break $9,000 tonight, even if the live stream ends, I will turn it back on and I will crack out the whiskey. If we hit 9,000, either in this live stream or later. Let's see, Andrew's from Georgia. Guys, ask a question if you want. I actually have one more article. Oh, no, I didn't put it up. Hey, let's keep going. Other stuff that happened at Davos. You might be interested in this. Huobi announces a crypto brokerage platform. Now, as just a regular Bitcoin holder, what does this mean for you? Elsewhere at Davos, the Singapore-based crypto exchange Huobi announced a new crypto brokerage platform aimed at drawing traditional institutional investors into crypto. So this, I see for me, would be the biggest effect on my life. Hopefully it would draw some traditional finance into crypto. Huobi's pitch to institutional clients is that it'll offer them 0 transaction fees and the lowest prices it can find. So what's a brokerage platform? I mean, they broker deals in the simplest terms. I have my doubts about this. The reason I put this in red is because Huobi last year announced Huobi US, which was there, just like Binance US. They did Huobi US. They offered 0 transaction fees for Americans the first couple weeks or something, and they recently closed down. So they weren't able to do Huobi US successfully with 0 transaction fees. This is a different beast. Maybe they'll be successful. Either way, Huobi brokerage will leverage the smart order routing strategy, which means it'll connect with other exchanges and OTC desks to give them the cheapest price. So again, brokerage transactions between traditional and crypto exchanges. Thoughts? What do you know about Ray Finkel? I know that Ray Finkel missed probably the most important kick of his life. You are talking about the Ace Ventura movie. CME is open. Neat. Why are we pumping? You know, I don't know. You know what? Nobody in the short term can determine why are we pumping, other than, you know, it's looking more and more, and some people have already confirmed this, it's looking more and more like we are still in a bull market, despite what some traders say. We are going up. We 100% are going up. I like that. I like that. What is Bitcoin backed with? It's just code. It is purely just code. How do you feel about Celsius network? I think, I mean, I just know the basics. They offer you interest if you want to lend out your crypto. In a sense, that we're just recreating banks. You know, Celsius offers you more interest, obviously, because they're newer. I don't really see the use case for the Celsius token, but in terms of what they're doing, I think it's interesting. I think by all means do it if that interests you. I think they're okay. I mean, don't make me commit to an answer, man. I think they're okay. I heard Aaron played Mr. Peanut. Incorrect. But that'd be something. When will the world ditch the lame metric system? Sounds like we have an American in the audience. What was your second confession? You might have to replay. First one was, I'm going to be running a full Bitcoin node. I never said I did, but I will find a way to run a full Bitcoin node in the future. And the second is from a monetary perspective, not from a technology perspective, but from a monetary perspective, because I believe money should be as decentralized as it possibly can. I'm a Bitcoin monetary maximalist. That's me. Yep, Andrew answered your question. Will Putin promote waves? I think he's, you know, probably not. If you hear that, it's probably just hype. He'll probably make his own waves, honestly. Let's check BTC. Right now, we are at 8,684. And by the way, 3 minutes left of this live stream, unless we have a really good question. 3 minutes left. Let's check the live stream, or unless we hit 9,000 in the next minute. Should XRP price be linked to Ripple stock price? Absolutely not. Buying XRP does not get you a stake in the company. Smash the likes, says Francois. Appreciate you, man. Merci. Merci, Francois. 8,678, about the same. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. We'll add 1 more minute. I'm not going to keep you all day. We all got stuff to do. Aaron and I have a really busy day coming up. Oh, come on, kick back and hang out with Austin. Guys, what do you like? What do you like better? Do you like the hangout sessions with myself and my brother? Do you guys like having just a little bit of me time? What do you like? Trigger says, can I message you on Telegram? You know something really interesting. Trigger, I don't want to Honestly, we get so many people hitting us up that they have something interesting to share with us. For business inquiries, you can email us. You can email us or Gmail. It's right on the YouTube about page. But so many people tell us they have something interesting to share. You know, oh man. Can you go do a live chat with CryptoLark? I'm open to it. I've seen a lot of his videos, or I've seen a good amount of his videos. We don't really do live chats with anybody, but if we ever start doing that, then I'd be open to it. Typical LA sirens. We live, I'm not going to tell you where I live, but yes, exactly. What did Aaron do? Sirens, LOL. Guys, Aaron chose to go out on a hot date tonight. My mistress is you, Bitcoin. So I'll be here. Youngstown, Ohio, Bill Russo. Nice, man. Guys, 1 minute and 52 seconds of this live chat yet. Where is the like situation? I hate to hype on that, but it's a small thing you can do. My landlord just told me that we're allowed to pay our rent with likes this month. And I don't know, I want to keep producing content, but I also want to pay my rent. She'll never leave you, Austin. Appreciate that, Jack. Spend the last 2 minutes on ADA. Believe me, if ADA makes news, you know, if they make news, I'll report on them, but what's there to say? Believe me, guys, I want to report great news on these altcoins, but they don't happen every day. And LJ, it's cool. I was kidding about the landlord like thing, but if we could get it to 350 likes, I don't know, it would be neat. All right, last minute of this chat. What are we talking about? When moon? Randall, always good question. Not going to dignify that with a response, but I think we all know. Neocoin is the one. Maybe. How can you measure the value of Bitcoin? I mean, that's interesting. We're still trying to figure out what one Bitcoin is worth. How much do you value a decentralized money that cannot be shut down by third parties? How much value is that? BCH going to be a top performer. Anything is possible in crypto. Hey, from Delaware, 15 seconds left. Plan B knows for sure. It only let me push the like button once. Dang it. Sabin, you demand, man. Jesus. I set it for 20 more seconds. Young face for strong voice. Thanks, man. That was to me. All right, the chat is ending. Altcoin Daily, how much ADA do you run as a percent of your portfolio? And will you run a stake pool? I will not be running a stake pool. I don't know if I have enough to do it. I do have a bag of ADA. I mean, I've just been accumulating Bitcoin for at least a year and a half. So I don't really know the percentage, but maybe I'll do a portfolio thing in the future. That's definitely possible. I'll look into it. All right, guys, that is the video for today. My name's Austin. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and like always, check in the chat one last time. I only buy Bitcoin. Bloomtastic, you're the man. I do not have a bag of XRP. Anytime I would think, should I invest in XRP? To me, the upside of Bitcoin to me is better for me. X-Swing, all right, everybody, cheers.